What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at World Cup Hagi, the brand new Icon SBC alongside Zambrotta. We're doing a review on him, I believe second, and Zambrotta will be out first. But with Hagi, he's a 5'8", medium-low, cam, centre mid, left mid. The big version between this one and obviously the Prime is the fact he has got that 5-star weak foot. The original Prime, mid and base all have the 4-4, so it is a nice upgrade nonetheless. In terms of the stats, he's not necessarily a world beater cam, centre mid or left mid, but he's a very cheap option that does have a good amount of stats throughout. The pace is obviously going to be increased from an engine, which will go up to 89. We then have a little bit more on that agility balance, taking the agility up to 88 and the balance up to 91. Shooting wise, good shot power and long shots from the midfield. We've got solid passing from him, so I think he's kind of like a lesser version of Zidane by a long shot, but in terms of price, it is a lot different. I think Zidane's still coming in way over 1 million coins, whereas Hagi, more than likely, the transfer market price is at least 180, and I can imagine this SBC will be cheap with any sort of high-end kind of market crash, which would make all of the 85s and above go down to nothing. In terms of the SBC, you've got the bronze and silver as standard, the 2 rare 11s. Then you've got the 82 for Real Madrid, 84 for Barcelona, and an 85 La Liga. Very, very cheap nonetheless. You can get this grinded out quite easily with a lot of duplicates. 1 foot champs, and you probably have all of this done if you've got 11 wins or even probably 9 wins, because an 82 is nothing, 84 just adds a couple more, and then an 85 is standard. Prime Electrum players for 1, Prime Electrum and Small Electrum, and you've got yourself a Hagi. Are you tired of using players like this? I would much rather have teams more like this. Then I recommend going over to skycoach.gg for all of your coaching and coins needs. They are cheap, fast and reliable, but at the checkout make sure you are using code JT11 for a discount on your orders. Back to the video. Hagi's starting the field nicely. We're going to run through a few people, look for that ball over the top if we can. Oh, he's not going to be the strength he might do. Not bad little turn. Can we get the second turn again? Passes it in. Ben Yedder with the try, and it's a great block, but again, good dribbling. Straight into Hagi again, looking for that ball across. Yeah, we should have gone over the top really there. Hagi with some nice free kicks, to be honest. 92, 93, 95, and 90. We've got him on the line. Can we find this? 3, 2.25 power. Oh! Lucky he had somebody on the line there. We looked like we were going top corner. Whether that would actually have come off if he weren't there. We've got him back here. We're going to try and juke him round. Like I say, the left stick for him, absolutely phenomenal as we let one leash. And Ben Yedder comes with a second. Hagi not necessarily known for his defensive ability. It's kind of not exactly what we're looking for from him. He's kind of like, this is why I'm like, he's kind of like Zidane in the elements of a centre mid that definitely can do the position, but he just wouldn't be that defensive. It would predominantly just be running into people and adding an extra body to the mix. It wouldn't be necessarily for any sort of defensive capabilities, because his moves are going forward, as he doesn't get knocked down as well. He's honestly very good at staying on his feet. Guaranteed next time he gets absolutely bodied. It's just bound to happen now I've said it. And again, we can see Terrier there. Instead, we've gone for an Mbappe. It's a great ball across. Going for the weak foot. Very weak shot. Hagi again running through. Little ball. It does get caught. Like I say, the physicality side of him isn't quite up to scratch, which we kind of don't expect from a player of, 200k worth of standard. He's going to have some really good points and then some standard points. And I think for me, the dribbling aspect is the kind of more beneficial factor from Hagi, and the strength and everything else is kind of secondary at this point, as we get a ball roll into the through ball, straight into him, and the passing is elite. Should have took it a bit closer, but again, great from Hagi. In terms of the SBC price for Hagi as well, he's coming in at 156,000 coins, which, to be honest, I think is pretty fair. It's about 10 to 20k cheaper than the actual transfer price of him. We'll find a Ben Yedder there. So in terms of the SBC, I think that's not a problem at all. It's very cheap, it's easily craftable, and I think you're definitely getting your money's worth if you do craft him out of nothing realistically. Hagi leading it out if we can. Little ball roll. Oh, it's not the through ball we wanted. Ben Yedder was absolutely on his front foot there, going for it. Dinking a ball for Mbappe, who goes for the flare. Hagi finding himself through that little bit more, little ball roll, finds it out wide. This is what I mean in terms of a kind of assistant player, does it very well. Very, very consistent with all of them balls, so I cannot complain one bit about him. Like I say, in terms of a cheaper option, you're looking at a very nice card. I think the SBC is definitely going to have some credit. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Like you say, you've got a range of Zidane, Xabi Alonso, and a lot of centre mids from Pogba to absolutely everybody. A Cruz. They are all better in their own rights, but in terms of an icon, if you need one, he's going to do the job. Again, into Hagi looking. He can see Messi going for that run. Oh, it's perfectly weighted. Messi with a great touch. We can see Terrier all the way across, and it's a cracking finish from Ben Yedder to finish that one, and that is as easy as it takes with a playmaker. If you've ever had a KDB, a Modric, anybody of that level of passing, you know full well the capabilities it can actually bring you from just a bit of smart play there. From looking at how your team's set up, it's as easy as that. So then going into the overall for Hagi then. So he's coming in at 180 on the transfer price. I don't think, because I think he only got leaked today, I don't think he's really took too much of a battering. Plus he is relatively already low. We can see him kind of, well, he's dropped a little bit. What is he now? 180. So he's dropped about 12 to 15k over the course of a few days. We had a massive span there, 250. Pray you didn't buy one in there. In terms of the SBC, we've got 160. Not bad at all. I feel like this one's in a great price. Like Lineker, we've got very much two cheap SBCs. Nothing's going to cost you there. The 85 might cost you a little bit more, but most definitely not going to take too much. An 85 rated team is on a daily. Like, that's so easy to make. As well as the 211s, the bronze and silver rares. Again, they don't come in at absolutely anything. So I think in terms of the pricing of the card, not bad at all. Definitely the best version of Hagi, personally, for the fact that he does get the 5-star weak foot over the 4-star weak foot. I will always take an extra weak foot rather than an extra 2 pace, 1 shooting, 1 defending and 1 dribbling. For me, that's a no-brainer to take the 5-star weak foot, and most definitely the better version you can get. Obviously, with the engine, you're going to get a bit more agility balance, which in the middle, in that solid cam roll, is going to do really well. I feel like that is a proper position for him. Centre mid, but the attacking with a proper DM next to him, or in the specific cam role, he's going to do really well. If you do play like a 4-2-3-1, again, left and right cam, he could really do some work. He has got the left mid as his other position, and in previous years, in his moments version, he has normally been a left mid as well. Obviously, with a bit more pace, that would be better. If you are trying for wing for him, I possibly would look at something more attacking, maybe going for the Hunter just to max out as much pace as you possibly can. It will still give him that 90 to 90 left mid and left wing. With the engine, it does turn him into more 91s, but you're getting a more proper upgrade for the in-games, mainly the agility balance, because you know you're going to be dribbling in and around the place. Obviously, passing is a massive one as well. I think that is a huge one with this card. We saw many times where the through balls are absolutely nailed for him. Like I say, though, in terms of cams, we have got an abundance, an absolute abundance of options that we can go for, from Pele to Zidane to Hullet to KDB. You've got Nkunku as well. There is a lot of players, but in terms of the price that we're getting Hagi for, we're looking around about the Baggio sort of level. Kaka's there just a bit above, same as Rooney and Sane. But then if we go a bit further down, normally when it comes to these sort of icons, they tend to be in a pretty good spot in terms of their price to rating. I just think it's not a bad rating at all. Obviously, you do get the Odegaards and other SBCs that we've had previously that might come in a bit cheaper, but again, it all depends on what you're looking for. I think Hagi most definitely is not a bad option if you're going for him. Would I say he's the best cam in the world? Probably not. But in terms of the price that you're paying, it's an extra 90 card you can get in your club for very, very cheap and just be fodder later on in the game if you really wanted. So let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe on this. I'll give him a solid 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you click the video as it is chosen for you, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.